Hello everybody, this is Shelly here. Welcome back to my channel. My last name's not here. It's not Tsunami either. I probably should just drop that. The idea originally was kind of cute, but not so much. If you're new here, hi. I'm not a professional makeup artist, but I do like playing with makeup. I like collecting makeup. I like sharing with you guys what I'm using. And this is another one of those kind of like shop my stash videos. And you would think being March, when this goes up, I would be doing greens for St. Patrick's Day, but I'm not. I've been promising purples. So I have gone through my collection and I've pulled up my purple palettes, at least the ones that are largely purple. And I thought I would share with you kind of what drawn my attention on my exploration of purple eyeshadow. For whatever reason, purple eyeshadow has always felt like, does it bring out any kind of redness in your eyes? And I think it's because like that whole blue-red thing. Some purples will bring out more of a red, irritated look, and I didn't want that. So I kind of just in general sort of stayed away from purples, like full-on purples. But we're gonna try basically a month of let's really dig into purples, and then maybe at the end of all that I'll come back and tell you guys what my favorites are, or you'll see them in a 3 looks 1 video. If you guys looking at this collection of palettes here that I'm going to share with you guys, if there are any of them that jump out at you and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been interested in that, or I have that, or I forgot about that one, and you want me to do 3 looks or play with anything, just leave me a comment down below. I would love to know that. So I'm just going to quickly kind of go through what I gathered up here, and we'll just do a little speed conversation about it. First one, this is the Juvia's Place, The Mauves by Juvia's. Maybe not necessarily truly purple. I mean, that's pretty purple. But some of these, they kind of don't look quite as purple. I don't know, this is more of a, this feels more berry than purple. Speaking of berries, this is the Violets by Juvia's Place. I think these might be my only 2 Juvia's Place palettes in here. That is the cool tone purple. All I see is purple on that one. This is like Prince Purple Rain. If you guys wonder what's on my eyes right now, it's the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox. Too Faced. This is the Tutti Frutti Razzle Dazzle Berry palette. I get berry, but a couple purples. I don't know, is this technically a purple palette? I think so. Here's a company that people don't really talk about. This is Private Society. Actually, I have 3 other palettes and a bunch of other stuff. I think at one point in time, oh no, I do have a video. I filmed a video last fall, but I never edited it. This isn't the palette that I used, but this is full of cool tones. There are these 4 purples right here in the middle, and then we've got like a kind of a grungy green. We've got like a copper. There's some fun combinations, I think. I never hear about people talking about Private Society. Maybe a few years ago. It seems like they've just kind of fallen off the radar. Do you guys have anything from Private Society? Okay, W7. This is a brand that dupes things like Urban Decay. So I'm sure this has got to be an Urban Decay dupe. The one thing I don't like about this is these narrow pans. I mean, the brush that they give you is ridiculous. It's got one of those foamy triangle sponges. That brush isn't too bad, and it would actually fit in this palette. But this is actually a pretty palette. Very cool toned. You've got kind of a little more of a burgundy color and some grays. I think that'll be fun. I don't use W7 all that much. I don't have a problem with dupe palettes. I think having budget-friendly options is really good. Naked Ultraviolet palette. Half this palette is purple, half of it is warm neutrals, and I've used it a few times, but I think for me, I haven't been as in love with Urban Decay as some people are. And I think it's because it seems like it takes a long time to build up to the color that I'm used to. I'm used to, I guess, maybe it's less expensive, super saturated pigments that you shear out, as opposed to you have to build them and build them and build them and build them to get them to where you want. I think though, if you're an eyeglass wearer, Urban Decay is a fantastic brand. Like if you're gonna go full on one brand, Urban Decay is fantastic if you're a glasses wearer, because things are pretty subtle. I do have a Morphe palette though. 9L, which I think is the lilac one, yeah. Cool tone purples. I'm a little scared with some of these, you guys. Okay, I've got a number of ColourPop ones here. This is It's My Pleasure from ColourPop. I think I used this when I did the Dream Big collection. These are, most of these are just slightly more warmer purples, but you do have a couple cool tones like that. There's no arguing that. I think this could be actually really pretty. I'm excited. Are we gonna have like a purple love affair? Okay, speaking of ColourPop, Lilac You A Lot. I've used this one. We're gonna use it again. This pink screams spring. I'm really feeling like, for me this spring, where I'm gonna dabble in a little bit of teals and and minty greens and some brighter pops of pink and some coral colors. That's kind of like my go-to. All Things Equinox, another ColourPop one. This is more subtle. This is going to be, I think, better for glasses. Very soft. It really only has the one that you would kind of argue is purple. Maybe that one. The rest are very neutral. This might be one of those that's kind of on the border of, is it really a purple palette? But it's one I haven't played with very often, so we're gonna call that. I think this is my last ColourPop one. This is Flutterby. I love this palette. It's a little bit bigger than the other 9 pans. The pan sizes are a little smaller, and this is more mauve, maybe slightly plum. This might be read as more of a neutral palette than it is really kind of a purple palette. I kind of want to use this glitter right now. I know I'm gonna regret this. Don't get mad at me for putting glitter on my eyeshadow or on my eyelids. I gotta go do a go-to meeting, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you got glitter on your eyeballs. What's the special occasion? I'm just here to see you. Okay, Makeup Revolution. This is the Forever Flawless Utopia palette. This is a great palette. It is so vibrant, and yes, you have some purples, you've got blues. This is a really, really fun combination. Again, it's a large palette, so is it breaking the rules because it's not technically just strictly purple? Morphe, Jaclyn Hill, the Volume 2 palette. And I really thought this whole section right here is so purpley delicious, but this palette is actually really, really wearable, and I forget about it. I think I've kind of gotten away from the really big, super ginormous palettes because sometimes it's just less is more, and having some, and these last 3 are very large. I don't know. I feel like I've been gravitating more towards the smaller palettes for a few months now. Space saving, I guess. Okay, this is Profusion Cosmetics Paradise. It's a 35. And I still have the protect on it, so sorry about that. There's gonna be a glare. But there is a number, like 2 full columns of purples in here. So yes, it has some variations. You've got these, you know, gorgeous greens and blues. You've got a pop of orange. You've got all these, you know, kind of like khaki greens in here. If you guys haven't played around with Profusion and you're on a budget, man, check those guys out. Even if you're not on a budget, check out Profusion. Another Morphe palette. These are actually last 2 are Morphe palettes. I don't know why I grabbed the big Morphe palettes, but this is 35C. It's called Everyday Chic, and I have done a video on this. We do have some cool tone purples, but we have a lot of greens in here too. Kind of like those teal emerald greens. Kind of a peachy color. There's a lot of combination on this, but because it had so many purples, I was like, okay, we're gonna try that one too. It might be bending the rules just a little bit. And the last one is 35XO. This is the Natural Flirt palette. I can't remember who this was in conjunction with. You do have, like a lot of these bigger Morphe palettes, you have, you know, 2-3 rows of predominantly neutrals and more than that, right? And then you've got this kind of row and a half of purples. That's what drew me to this. This one I have not filmed with yet. In fact, I haven't even touched this one. So it'll be a first impression with my collection. So these are the purples that are inspiring me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, that are challenging me in a way that I feel like I need to be challenged right now. I would love to know from you guys, do you guys have any of these palettes? How do you guys feel about purple eyeshadow? I love purples with a blue eyelid or blue eyes. Purples even with green eyes can be really pretty. I don't think of purples with brown eyes, although brown's like the neutral. It goes with everything, right? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how purples work for like the next month or so. And then we'll shake our snow globe and come up with something else. So anyway, you guys, that's my little shop my stash. Going full on purple. Do you guys have any of these palettes? How do you guys feel about purple eyeshadow? Do any of these interest you? Even the small ones. I mean, I can come up with 3 looks of this little palette. 9-pound palettes, absolutely. So if you guys want a variety of looks with one palette, and that's going to help you make the decision of whether or not you want to go down that purple path, let me know. I would love to make you guys part of the family, so please hit the little subscribe bell. Or subscribe button. We're going to do another giveaway at 400 subscribers, so the faster we get there, the faster I can get back to you guys. I don't get any of this stuff in PR. All of this was purchased with my own money, except for, I think, one my husband bought for me. I think my husband might have bought that one. Anyway, he's very supportive. I love that guy. All right, you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye for now.